T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Joy Seekers are live.
And here we are at long last. You'll be waiting for us. You're a patient, aren't you? We were sitting here before we was going to go watch the Masters instead, but we'll come and join you.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
and Marcus and Jackie. And Kev. Where are you?
it's
Kev.
Kev.
Time, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got an appointment with Mr. Putin this afternoon. I think so.
Yeah, Mrs. Putin has got him busy.
So let's have a quick hello to the good crowd. So we've got John and
Harvey's in the house.
Jerry.
Oh, man.
Jerry's
Jerry again. There's also many. Oh, Harvey. Oh, there was another one there, Harvey. Yep. And Jerry again. 4 Jerrys. Right. Okay, so there we are again for another week of 1 hour of talking of anything you like. Food.
You forgot Stephen.
Sorry?
You forgot Stephen
Where is he?
in the chat.
Hi, guys.
Oh, he's only just appeared on my screen. He's only just appeared. My screen is behind everyone else.
Oh, no.
So we've got Steve. Hi,
Yeah.
Steve. I hope things are going well. Drone guy.
And I know who Drone Guy is, but I don't know if he wants you guys to know, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, tell us who you are,
Oh.
Drone Guy.
Hi, Drone
Oh,
Guy.
Steve there. Another Steve.
Stephen.
That's 2 Steves. That's 3 Steves in
It's
total.
Steve. Yeah. Hi, Steve.
Yeah. Drone guy. All right, drone guy. I'll
It's a
give up.
nom de plume.
Who's it?
Le nom de plume.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nom de plume. Yeah.
Right.
Ugh, he sounds like Inspector Clouseau.
Does your dog bat? And
Oh,
Sally.
you're a shadow.
Hi, Sally.
Haley's watching, and I forgot her name now. Harriet. Yeah, Harriet's watching, and Luke or Jake, he's probably watching as well. So big hi.
Rod is here from Daytona.
Yeah.
Oh, Ron.
Was that a hot rod?
Hot Rod from Daytona, yeah.
Right. So I should write these down because I keep people calling people hot rod in Daytona. It's a bit of a mouthful, really, isn't it? Oh, so what we've been up to this week? I mean, I'm sure you've had nice weather in Spain, no doubt. So you've been.
Well, actually,
Well,
a bit of a rainy old week.
Was it?
bucketed down
Yeah.
yesterday. Today, it was lovely in the morning.
Hi, Marcus.
But
Hello,
yeah,
Marcus.
he's eating his sandwich. It was
No,
lovely
actually-
this morning, and then we've had rain and thunder this afternoon.
Oh, we've just had a few spots here where we are. No thunder.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, well, I can see it coming towards you now, Jackie. It's on its
Oh,
way.
excellent.
And we had a double rainbow.
Steve says no haircut yet, Marcus said. Haircut, that's not a problem, is it? But tomorrow, after work, tick, 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 tick. I've made an appointment. I'm going to be there for about 4 hours. You've got to get this lot off. You've got to turn this into nothing.
Well, to Stephen's point, I mean, it's really only as long as Sarah lets you get away with it, and she is getting really upset about this.
Can you just do like a little twirl and give us a full view?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know if I, but,
Oh my
me?
God. Yeah.
That's longer than
I
mine.
feel your pain,
That's
Sarah.
longer than mine.
That's
I
got
don't
to
know.
go, isn't it?
I haven't had hair like that.
Sisters, you know?
Yeah, I haven't had hair like that since I was a
I
teenager.
wouldn't know where to start. Everyone keeps telling me they're cutting their own hair. If I cut my own hair, I won't go out for a week. I'll tell you what, I'll make it easy there. Well, look.
Thank you, Mandy.
Yeah, that's better. There, can't see it on the other side.
It makes the sides look worse.
It does look worse. Yeah, let's forget it. Hi, Mandy. Oh dear, no, it's got to go. It's
Yeah.
got to go.
Hardly can hear the thunder.
Do you know how long it's been since I've gone out on a windy day and actually felt my hair blow in the wind? I mean, look, 40
Okay.
years. 40 years. You know.
Sounds like a Simon and Garfunkel song, doesn't it? With
Yeah.
my hair blowing in the wind.
I mean, blowing in the wind. No, blowing in the wind. That wasn't Simon Garfunkel. That was who done that? Bob Dylan, was it? I don't know. Someone. Anyone.
Well,
Someone.
Bob Dylan, yeah.
Yeah.
And we done any flying, any done drove.
I
Jackie
flew
has.
today. I went up and had a little look at the lettuces. Or what's
Excellent.
left.
Yes.
I've got
Well,
one
yeah.
little patch of lettuces left outside in the field.
That's
The rest of
there
them
for you.
have-
So, Jackie, so you haven't been tempted to make more lettuce videos this year?
No.
I mean, it's
Been
too
there,
late
done
now. No lettuce is there now. They're nearly all gone. So,
We've
Yeah,
had our
well,
salad days.
No,
Well, Stephen did into the mines today.
is it
And
true,
Harvey,
actually,
I think.
Jackie? I was going to say, is it true, actually, Jackie? A lot of these lettuces go to the supermarkets in Spain, but I heard that sometimes actually from Spain to the UK and then back
Yeah.
to Spain again.
well, it depends if they're going to.
So it
the
goes like
overseas-
Tesco's or something like that.
Yeah, we've got some overseas stores here, like Iceland and Tesco. So yeah, they'll get sent in the floret packages to the UK and then shipped back, which seems absolutely bonkers.
I think
Crazy.
it's
Better off just
nuts.
buying from the Spanish supermarkets here, because then it's fresh out the fields and not travelled anywhere.
Sean
Yeah.
Flo today.
Like a bike.
Oh, Flo today. I thought Flo. Flew
Well,
they
you,
not
I
Flo.
think, did you try in the mines, Steve? Didn't you go to Matheron Mines?
Yes, Matt. Oh, do you know you,
That's
you,
good
can't get,
after the recent rain.
you can never get fed up with flying there. There's so many.
No.
Every time I see angles of that. When I was looking at some of Steve's or Sean's video, I wasn't even sure that it was actually the mines, as in the Matheron mines. But
It's a big area.
another angle. It is a very big area indeed. So anyone ever visits Spain,
Mm.
be sure
Oh,
to
you've
check
got
that one out
to.
because you will love it. FPV,
Yeah.
any other sort of drone for that matter.
So,
Anyway,
Marcus, where did you fly my drone today? Jerry says you flew my drone.
Yeah, so it was actually when was I down there? But anyway, I was in the Snake River Canyon. I went down into the canyon, and I took the Skydio 2, and I had it follow me as I was driving into the canyon. And then I flew the Mavic Mini. Interestingly enough, it was a very windy day, and I got a number of wind warnings with the Skydio. And ultimately, I landed it for that reason because I was just getting a ton of wind warnings. But I flew the Mini too, and it was just fine. Wind didn't bother it a bit. Yeah.
So it handles the wind better than the Skydio.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet, but in this particular situation, it did. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
who was it? I think it was Brian put some footage on the Facebook channel page this week that he flew his Mini in 35-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And yeah, that drone, I don't know, it's weird. I don't quite, because in proportion, the propellers to the body is the same, probably the same as the Mavic 2 to the body of that. But for some reason, the Mini seems to put up with so much. I mean, in theory, that drone, one gust of wind, that drone should be sort of gone, shouldn't it? But it isn't.
Well, Steve, take a look at the video. Well, I've got another video that I'm coming out with too, but look at that little attitude indicator that's in the bottom left of the FPV screen on the Mini, and you will see how far that drone was tilted into the wind.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that means the drone was like this.
Yeah, I actually tried because I flew one the other week in the wind, but I actually flew it quite low. It was still quite windy, and when it was going forward, it was almost sideways. It was almost like this. I looked. I thought, does it really fly like that? I thought, well, it obviously does, it is. I don't know what it was, but it seems strange to me that I put that up in the air, probably I don't know, a couple of 100 feet in the air. Well, I've got no weather warning. Yeah, I put the Mavic 2 up in the air. strong wind warning, thinking either the sensors are better or the Mini just doesn't care. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
I think they put some tremendous engineering into that Mini too. That's what I think. I think it's a combination of motors and the way it tilts into the wind and so forth. So that just begs a question here.
Yeah, come on. What's Steve been up to?
Well, we all know on the 15th that there's going to be a major DJI announcement.
Yep.
I want to know who on the panel is going to hit that buy button.
No.
What's it going to be?
Marcus, I'm sure it will come to you for free.
There is another drone. There is another drone I'd rather buy than the one you're talking about, Marcus, without a doubt. So, Terry.
What?
Aha!
We did say that there is actually we've got someone here has got a secret, but I'm not sure if he's here or not.
No, Kevin's not here. Go on then.
So I wonder who.
Show the video. Come on, let's see who's the secret.
I think it's this person.
He was out on an MI6 secret mission, right?
So
yeah,
and he had to use some really important technology to achieve his mission objective. And that technology is.
Should we look? Should we see it?
No, hang on. No, I'm saying nothing. Go on then.
Okay. Watch the
Here's the secret.
First time out. Take off. Easy. Not bad at all. However, I do find the controls are very responsive. But bearing in mind, this is straight out of the box. I've had a couple of flights in the garden. However, nothing has been changed. And this is my first flight out in the open with distance. It's very, very responsive, very quick, and the view is just wonderful. The goggles are fine, no problems at all with them, and then of course the banking, something slightly different to what I'm used to with my Mavic 2 Zoom. But I think later on you'll see that with careful manipulation of both sticks, you can get a nice transition between the turns where you get a really good banking sensation. Now we're going to try and see what it looks like to bank over. Once I've read up on it, I'll tell you whether I'm pitching, yawing or whatever. But at the moment, both sticks to the left, slightly forward on the right stick to maintain forward attitude, keeping the height at the same level, and just bring it round slowly just to have a look and see what the effect is. And I quite like it. Some people may not, however I do, and it's one of the reasons why I bought the FPV. Something different, and I know the more expert or the expert FPV pilots will be doing this at speed, which hopefully by tomorrow I'll be doing it at speed, but I think it's going to take me a while to do it. But I'm enjoying the experience, which is the important thing.
Well, I did enjoy that. I tell you, it was good.
Yeah.
Terry, you are the man, dude. You are the man.
That's cool, eh?
It just goes to show you're never too old to FPV.
No, it was honestly, it was so much fun. Yeah, okay, I'm taking it slow and all the rest of it. And there's a lot more to the flight this morning. I was going down a path, and I thought I'll follow the path along, but keep it at about 2 meters. And I just went through all of it, and it was such good fun. It really was. So yeah,
Well, it's a wide angle lens on it, isn't it? Because it makes it look ever so high up, and everything's in and a bit fish-eyed. And
there's some adjustments, but for the first flight out proper, I thought that was quite good.
I mean, as we've always said, though, this is where the FPV meets the standard type of drone, shall I say? And that's why I've always said that drone is probably less for FPV flyers and more for people like
us.
It's more for the likes of us. However, having said that, when you put it into the manual mode and you take all of the GPS and everything off and you're flying it, from what I've heard and read, it's a beast.
Yeah,
looked pretty fast from what you just when you came in.
Yeah, that is the FPV. But I'm assuming that even in the normal mode, that the speed of that is typical of like a drone in sport mode.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Well, did you see how fast it was going, Terry, when you was coming down?
No, I didn't get a chance this afternoon because I was going to look up at the log to see how fast it was, but I had to stop it.
I'd put money on saying that was about 35 miles an hour, at least.
Oh, at least, yeah. Yeah. We're all good here, thank you.
And well, there's a couple of people here. Hello, Jackie. Jackie, how are you? Good friend. How you doing?
Michael,
how you doing? Nice
Michael and Sergio, Fly Zone guys.
Sir, Terry.
Hey, Terry, how you looked like you were pretty high up. What was your altitude?
That went up to about 280 meters.
Yeah.
And funnily enough,
higher,
I ended it, and I was going to take my Mavic 2 up, and I thought, I'll give it because it was nice, lovely weather, and I had 3 microlights fly just over the top of me.
Oh, wow.
And I was higher than them, so I was quite lucky, and I brought it down before. I couldn't hear them or see them.
So speed is limited by the camera angle. Oh,
that's right.
The angle of the tilt. You mean? Is that what it means? So
that's right. Yeah. So the faster you go, I think you'd bring the camera angle up because you've got a camera angle control.
Right. The drone is banked forward. The camera has to pitch up.
Okay. So then, if the camera's down,
the drone is pitched forward. The camera has to look up. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Bank is like this. Pitch is like this. Yaw is like this.
John, like Terry.
I did sit down. I've got a chair which I take out with me. The only time I felt slightly wobbly was when I did a fast to the left, and I turned my head instinctively to go to the left with it. I should have just carried on looking.
I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, but the goggles are really, really good. The only thing I didn't particularly like was the battery. You either have the battery in your pocket or I've put a couple of what's it on the back, and you fit the battery onto the back of the.
I thought the battery was actually inside the goggles. Oh, okay. I didn't realise. I thought that battery in the.
Yeah, it's quite a process getting everything hooked up. I understand. Is that correct, Terry?
It is. Yeah. But
you probably know more than use my Epsom glasses, though. To be fair, I wouldn't say it's any more than that because it's a similar principle, isn't it? You're wearing a separate thing here and the drone. So I mean, it's more involved in getting your smart controller out in your drone, isn't it?
Only slightly so. The only thing I would suggest to everyone who's got one is to use a landing pad. But a lot of people are catching it in their hand, which I tried and I felt very uneasy doing that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hand catching. People do it all the time. People make it look so simple, but there's only that one occasion when it goes wrong. It's,
Yeah, and with the finger.
yeah, you stitch these fingers back again. I have a real thing about sort of cutting my hands and whatever. I've got a real phobia. That is a genuine. So I've got a real phobia about cutting my hands. It's just one of them things. If I see someone getting their hands cut, it makes me clench my fists. It's quite weird. So hand catching drones, nah. So I'll leave it to everyone else.
Let me assure you, Steve. We knew you were quite weird this whole time.
Yeah, that's confirmed it, isn't it?
It's like drone guys saying that if your angle is not set properly, it will reduce the speed. But at my level, what I want to do is move the camera and move the angle up and down. I'm not particularly worried about the speed at the moment.
No.
And I know eventually.
They say
I'll
to run before you have to walk before you can run.
Yeah, I'll be ready by tomorrow, I think. And silence was the.
Look, Steve Deere says I hand catch on 3 fingers down. See, look, down to 3 fingers. There you go. See, that goes to prove it. Who's good evening all?
Yeah.
Is that
That's Andy from Lost Operaries.
Andy.
Oh, Andy. I would say though that I am so chuffed about buying it.
Good.
I am really, really pleased with it, and right from the beginning, I had a couple of flights around the garden, and it's good. It really is good fun. And I know Jackie's dying to have a go.
Yeah, I'm just dying to see it, really.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Terry, have you tested the emergency button? That just brings it into a full stop. I'm just curious.
Yes, the brake button.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case it took my head off when it was coming fast down the hill.
Yeah.
Did I actually see a video? Sorry, Terry.
I was just saying that you have to get to know the buttons on the controller, obviously, and you've got to take the goggles off to have a quick look and everything. But you just take your hands off it and it stops. It centralizes and stops.
Terry, did you buy the hand controller as well?
I haven't done yet, Marcus, but I think my next purchase will be a couple more batteries.
Okay.
And then the hand controller.
Did you only get one about 10 minutes flight time out of a battery?
No, I got nearly 20 minutes.
Really?
Oh, cool. So
of course, I wasn't going fast. I wasn't going into the wind.
Does it come with its own controller?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah. So
the aerial was one. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, that's the aerial there.
It's a cross between. It's a very strange looking. It's sort of a cross between the Mini 2 and the Mavic, really. It's just,
or the Xbox.
Or the Xbox.
Xbox controller. It's a game controller.
Yeah.
But as I said, I just loved it. I was a bit apprehensive this morning going out. But it was lovely. It was such good fun. And there was nobody at the Pedrera to interfere. Cyclists were coming past and waving, and it was great. It was good. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, how about the sound, Terry? I mean, I've seen some videos. It sounds positively wicked.
Yeah, it actually records sound, doesn't it?
It does record sound, yeah. And if you take the SD card out of the goggles, that records the sound.
Wow.
So
I was watching that. I'm trying to think of the guy who recently bought one. Did some flying up in the mountains. It was a video he just brought out. He was flying around the castle and he hit the castle.
Oh.
So at the moment he's looking for. I think he's on his way back to DJI now for an operation.
Replacement, yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day who had recently bought it, the same as me, and he was flying it out of the bottom of his garden, which was a golf course. And he did fantastically. He really did along this river course,
Yeah.
and of course you can go such a long way away,
Very
not
quick.
realizing it.
And run out of battery too, right, Terry?
Yeah.
Oh no, but you get a very, very big warning, and it comes up and says you're down to whatever.
Well, does
Return
that-
home is now on, and
does
that's it. It comes home.
Will it automatically go into return home when it's only got enough battery to return home? It does. So, yeah, because because if it didn't, I mean, that'd be a very silly sort of.
The
Oh,
other
yes,
thing that I thought was fascinating, and Terry, I've just seen videos and heard
Rob.
about this, but it always marks your home point, right? You always have an H in the goggles of where your home point is.
I found that confusing at first, Marcus, because I looked for it and I did a 360 and I thought, where's the H gone? And it's
Where
in
the
bottom
H
of
is
the
it
screen.
gone?
I can't find the H. And I did it again, and it comes straight up into the middle of the screen when it's over the home point. So,
okay.
you're not going to get, well, you are going to get lost, aren't you? Or things are going to happen, but hey, you've got to play with it and enjoy it.
Marcus, what
I did. I just
how
loved
much
it.
you're paying?
Absolutely loved it.
How much you paying Ron these days?
I know, that's just what I was saying. I was laughing when I saw that.
You're paying him too much money.
Yeah, evidently.
You're off to payroll, Ron.
I love you, brother Ron. I love you.
No, it's good to see, Terry, to see you actually sort of get cracking on with it and flying it, and well, just take it nice and steady, and I'm sure you'll be. By the time I come to Spain, mind you, by the time I come to Spain, there'll be a new one out.
Yeah, you'll be over in the next few months, Steve.
Oh, Terry,
would-
you're my
I would-
hero now. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Marcus, that's so good of you.
No,
You
I
only
mean,
want 2 jokes, don't you? That's what it is.
So the next thing is that Marcus, seriously, Marcus, I will ask you a question. Are you going to buy the FPV drone?
I'm for sure going to buy the next new drone that DJI comes out with on Thursday, the 15th. But yeah, the FPV drone, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm never going to say never, of course.
No.
But when I see experiences like Terry's, it sure encourages me. I'll say that.
The thing is, I would say one thing, Marcus. I mean, of all the people, well, I would say with Terry and Jackie, you've certainly got the right places to fly that thing.
They got the space.
You've got the space.
Yes.
You've got all this open space, and I mean, you don't have to be a hero. You don't have to fly. I'm not saying fly down around the edge of the Snake Canyon River or anything like that.
A lot of people like to fly or whatever.
I mean, we'll just leave that to the experts, but just they're right.
Well, we've got a really, really nice ravine in the Murcia area, which we're going to go to. And I was looking on the map, Jackie, you can get to the other end of the ravine and then come down the riverside.
I know exactly where you mean. Almadenes Canyon.
Almadenes Canyon, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So
Good.
it's beautiful.
Good,
and we can
okay.
do both ends of it. And a friend of mine, he knows one of the people in the tourist information place in
Oh, so we'll be able to get
Town.
inside the caves as well.
we can go inside the caves, yeah.
Is that where that house is? The haunted house?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. See, I know these things. It's just
How
worrying, really.
long-
They're all quite
How
close
long
to
is-
each other.
How long is it going to be? Honestly, how long is it going to be before we see Terry zipping along in full acro mode at about 80 miles an hour, and then whoop, doing a big loop, and then doing a big dive?
You see, I don't think it'll be that long because I think Terry has actually got the ideal training thing because that drone is to me is like a training drone to get people into it because you get braver and braver and braver, and eventually you think, "Do you know what the hell, manual."
Spanish bicycle riders, watch out. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
riding bike. First of all,
I've
you
got an
have
obstacle,
first of
I've
all,
got an
you have-
obstacle course in my garden. And it's
Yeah,
going,
you've got practice going around that.
we've taken off the cover for the gazebo, so I'm going to go through that, over the pool, under the first bench, under the car, down the drive, and then back up over the house. And then under the
You'll have
next
it
seat.
mastered by then, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, it'll be done.
That's it.
But I can do it with a blindfold on.
So watch out, Spain. If you see an FPV drone, it probably Terry's.
No, that's already happened.
Yeah, it's already happened. Yeah.
I had to go and recover it on my bike.
Oh, no, that one.
That was the city.
yeah,
Whoop.
that one, You see, that may help you with a city whoop. You get cracking with that one, then you get a city whoop. So this city whoop seems simple now. You've been making videos like Bernie.
Yeah.
Don't do it like that.
Won't be long.
Yeah.
All right, so how are we doing for time, Joe? Oh, we're getting on a bit of time. So don't forget to hit that like button, thumbs up, please.
Oh, he's got the.
Oh,
And there we are. See, another toy for Marcus.
he's got another toy. And his
Someone
motorbike.
doesn't send you that. You lucky git.
Well, I really bought that for making drone videos. I figure I can clip it on my ball cap and maybe get some. I don't know. We'll think of things to do with it.
You
Fix it
will.
on top of the drone.
I like
Fix
the
it
three.
right on top of the drone.
Yeah, put it on top
Yeah,
of the
because
drone.
it's a tiny one, that one, isn't it?
My drones already
Nice.
have cameras on them, Terry.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
have
but
they
you
got
can put another one on the
60
top.
cameras?
No, but I've
Yeah.
done some of this footage where you actually see the drone coming towards you because it's actually the camera's fitted to the drone that's actually filming the drone coming. You never get
Yeah,
to
I
the
did that with the 360. I got the 361 and I put that on top of the drone. And I did publish a film where you can actually see the drone coming towards you.
Yeah.
And that was very, very impressive.
Yeah, those videos with the 360 on the drone are phenomenal. I mean, yeah, I've seen some of where people can do it where it almost makes the drone look invisible, and yeah, it's just amazing.
I like the ones where they put it above the drone and then look down so that you look like you're flying on the drone.
Yeah,
Flying on the drone,
Like that
yeah.
effect. Yeah, do like that.
Well, do you remember we went out in that glider? I went up in a glider with a friend of mine and held the 360 out of the window, and it was viewing us through the front of the cockpit, and that was excellent.
Brilliant effect.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie, you pioneered that when you were on your trip in a commercial aircraft. I think you were going back home to Great
That's
Britain.
right. I was just popping to the UK. Yeah,
That was just. I remember just being blown away by that. It looked like Jackie standing out on the wing.
Yeah.
Yes, Ron, you do. You need a visual observer. And I will put my hands up to that one because I was by myself this morning, but there was nobody else around, and I was way out in the sticks.
He wasn't. He was old. Anyone else? There we are. Right, we've got we've got new subscribers to our channel, so thank you very much, Joe Pilot to Drones Official. God, is that his name? Okay, well, thank you very much anyway for a new subscription to the YouTube channel. Thank you. Right, okay, so we have a video here somewhere. What we'll do is find it. I was going to mention to show this last week, but it's another video that we picked up from someone posted on there, so let's have a watch.
Drone Seekers featured video of the week.
Wow, that's very nice.
In some of these videos, I just think of some of the locations and whatever, and you just think,
Yeah.
got nothing like that around here. It's great. It's actually great to see. So thank you for sharing that. So those are actually a week later than I was going to show it, but we got a bit carried away last week. We were too busy talking about telling jokes.
Yeah. this show is nothing without Terry. It's just,
No.
Yeah, we need Terry.
It's incomplete. It's as simple as that. Kev, if you're watching, I hope everything's okay. We do miss you here on the show. So, yeah. And unfortunately, we did have a couple of guests lined up for this week, but it looks like they've been somewhat delayed. So maybe we'll keep that for another week as well. Unless, of course, they are watching. Still come and join us.
Okay, hurry up.
It's not too late. It's nearly too late, but it's not too late yet.
Hey, I see Rod Brown's in the chat.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's going to report me.
Yeah.
All right, I think we better. Yeah, right. Okay. Words with Mr. Ron then.
I'm going to report me for funny jokes, according to I indeed. Yeah, my observer was sitting in the front of the car doing her knitting.
Ah.
Hey Jackie, so do you have any good hikes or anything planned in the near future?
I haven't got any plans in the near future at the minute. Just waiting to see what happens. I mean, the weather's been a bit dodgy at the minute. It's been a bit rainy. We've got another dodgy bit coming up.
We're all waiting for our borders to open.
Yeah, hoping.
We
live 20 minutes apart, and I see him Christmas.
We in the UK actually meet another part of our unlockdown tomorrow, which means all non-essential shops are reopening tomorrow. Pubs can serve alcohol outside only, and meals outside only. And barbers are open. Yes! Get this cut. Marcus, I'll take it. The barbers are opening.
Oh yeah, they are. I just listen. I was being safe, and I'm not joking one bit. I was reticent to go into a barber shop with COVID, but now, like
we
I said,
have to wear a mask.
You do, and
it's still a risk, though, isn't it?
That was my point, especially as the new variants started coming in. I thought, I didn't give a heck if I get my hair cut, so I said to heck with it. Yeah.
Don't blame
me. Who's thinking about skipping the FPV drone?
DeMarco.
That's DeMarco.
Yeah. Oh, why?
Yeah. Come on, DeMarco. You got to qualify that statement.
Yeah, DeMarco, obviously. Ron, I've just to let you know, Ron, I've actually put an invite in your box. no subtle hint or anything, but Ron, I put an invite.
I wish you'd stop hitting me on the head.
Sorry. Terry, isn't it a bit like Benny Hill when he can go like if you lift your head up a little bit, I can really get it. Oh dear. Skipping it across water. What, the drone?
Oh yeah. How do you feel about flying it across the water then, Terry? Are you up for it or a bit nervous? Or?
Well, I took it slightly across the lake today. No, I'm not bothered about water, and it goes, doesn't it? I've taken out insurance.
Yeah.
So
I see now. I'm thinking about skipping the FPV drone.
Yeah, see, that's two are kind of connected. Yeah.
Big Mark says I
had
da.
Hey,
you had a drone. You had an FPV drone. I'm sure Big Mark.
Kim, back from the Outlaws.
Hi, Kim. Now, my next thing, I'd like to go down because we've got a lot of surfers in at the moment, and kite surfing and surfboards. So I may well go down and do some filming there.
Yeah, just to let you know, Kim, because you probably missed it, but Terry, who is here,
Got the DJI.
we showed a video of
FPV.
one of his first videos, well, the first video outside of his FPV drone flight.
Yeah, but you missed
you
it.
don't watch
You'll have
the
to
show
watch
back
it,
for that?
catch up.
Was that one of my pictures behind you, Steve?
That was no, that's I took that in. That's one of my pictures. I took that when I went to Badlands.
Oh, I thought it was the Pedrera.
Similar looking, isn't it?
No, yeah, no, we went over there and I just. I'm sure it's one of my. Yeah, he's one of my pictures. I had to think about it because I know Mandy put some photographs, and I don't think that's one. I don't think it is. I can't remember now. To be fair, I'm sure that's one of my pictures I took when I went to Badlands a long, long while ago now. And it was a very windy day. It doesn't look that bad there, but it looks like a swimming pool behind me there. But oh God, I've got to see that. There we are.
Oh, Kim, it's brilliant.
I have a silly question. I've got lots of silly questions. No one ever answers me. Anyone
I've
know
got no
what
clue.
a sort of Hero
No,
9
what
to fit
no.
on a telescope?
No clue.
Google it.
Rob.
No.
No clue. Yeah. Hey, Steve. So
Duct tape.
I know that mini drones are increasingly important in the UK.
Yeah.
So FEMI is just started accepting orders for their FEMI X8 Mini. Are you hearing much buzz about that?
To be honest with you, I don't. I suppose it's because I don't read enough. I get a magazine every month called. Oh, hang on, just wrecking the joint.
Playboy.
The BMFA News, which I'm a member of, and you can see what it's full of, can't you? And, I mean, drones in here sort of don't really feature that much. I mean, the nearest you get to it is like these sort of things.
Oh boy, yeah, I got one or two of them.
I mean, I belong to it purely because I mean they do a great service and they give me lots of money as liability insurance in case I hit someone with my drone. So I'm thinking about putting it to the test sometime, but
Yes, Kim, it's beginning of summer, and that's why the hair gets shorter.
Terry, you had your haircut for the occasion too. No, he done that with the drone.
Yeah,
That was
my
a
summer.
haircut.
In fact, it's my spring, but the summer one gets a lot shorter. It's as short as Marcus's.
Oh look, Mark.
Look, Marcus has got long flowing locks at the minute.
I'm drying mine out. I'm going to get in a ponytail soon. Look at it.
What do you mean, Kim? Kim is saying I could do with a trim. Come on, it's just starting to grow in.
It's going rock and roll.
I seem to have got away with it for some reason. Kim just don't want to say nothing to me. Mr. Brown, are you there?
Yeah,
or not?
he probably split. I'll bet you. Yeah,
He's gone quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Moss never grows on a busy street. What's that all about? Don't
Marcus,
understand.
you got to put up that pic.
I'm not going to. No, he sent me a. Well, okay, we can do it here. Okay, I'm gonna
do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
hang on. No, it's funny. Let me hang on here. Let me get the picture up, and let me click share.
Who is drone?
Share, and as soon as you tell me,
Right, okay, there you go.
you got it.
That's it with it. It's the doc.
Hurry.
Barney.
Uh,
I have to think about that character, that guy. Because the first time I remember seeing him, Marcus, was in a series called Taxi.
yeah, he was in Taxi, wasn't he? Yeah.
Oh, Danny DeVito, and I absolutely loved that program. I still do like it. I've actually watched some reruns of that. And Marty was the doc. What's his name? I forgot his name. What's his real name?
What?
Oh, geez. Now you put me on the spot. I would have known.
The dog in Back to the Future.
Yeah, what's his real name? I can't remember either.
Jim.
I don't know.
What Jim is it?
Yeah.
Oh, can someone Google it? What's that about
It's going to drive you crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not Jack Nicholson.
No.
It's you say it on straight away.
Hang on here. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Give
Google
me
it.
a break.
Who played the Doc in? I bet he didn't fly a drone though.
Where's Jerry? Come on. You're
Christopher
supposed to be
Lloyd.
giving it.
Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandy's on it.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd. I didn't think that was his name either.
Where's my golf scores, Jerry?
But what's his name in for the $6 million question? What's the Doc's name in the series Back to the Future? Now this is just for the panel.
Dr. Emmett Brown.
There you go. Did somebody give it to you, or did you remember?
No, I know that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Back to the
Emmett Brown.
Future fan.
Yeah,
Dr.
not a lot of people know that, Jackie.
No, not a lot of people know that. You're only supposed to blow
Watched that
the
film
door
about 20 times.
Yeah.
Do you know? Well, it's coming up to that
Yeah,
time. I
Dr.
think.
Emmett Brown.
It is. What time is it? What time could it be?
Joke time! Joke time!
So, yeah, I think it's joke time. Do we all think it's joke time? Should we not do a joke this week?
No,
Yeah, good.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Terry's joke of the week.
are we ready? Are you sitting down comfortably? Then I'll begin. It's about a doctor in a little country village, and he's dead keen on golf, and he really wanted to go out. No, sorry, not golf. It was fishing. Golf was yesterday, so he wanted to go fishing, and he's got his young assistant Murphy, and he wanted to go so badly. So he says to Murphy, "Look, I want to go fishing tomorrow, but I don't want to close the clinic. I want you to take care of the clinic, take care of all my patients." "Yes, sir," answers Murphy. Doctor goes fishing and returns the following day and says, "So, Murphy, how was your day?" Murphy told him that he took care of 3 patients. The first one had a headache, so I gave him paracetamol. "Bravo, Murphy, lad. And the second one?" asked the doctor. "Second one had indigestion. I gave him Gaviscon," said Murphy. Bravo, you're good at this. "And what about the third one?" asked the doctor. "Well, I was sitting here and all of a sudden the door flies open and a young gorgeous woman bursts in like she does. Like a bolt out of the blue, she tears off her clothes, taking everything including her bra and her knickers. Lays down on the table, spreading her legs and shouts, help me for the love of all the saints. For 5 years I've not seen a man." "Oh my God," said the doctor. "Murphy, what did you do?" "I put drops in her eyes."
Terry's Joke of the Week.
I love it. So
It was
for
worth
you-
the wait. It was
Yeah.
worth
What did you
the
think
wait.
of that one?
So for all you Terry joke of the weekers, there we are. Oh, actually,
You've
did
got it.
we not say though? Terry had to tell 2 jokes this week.
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
no, I've set up one. That was it. I've closed down the script."
Would you lot?
Well, what we did decide to do though, Terry, we need
Yes.
to at some point we need to record a joke. Because if
Which
you're not
one?
here, we just play that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll do that then. I'm quite happy to do that.
Yeah.
I'll do a
I'll do it.
15-minute joke.
See, yes, I love jokes from Terry. There you go.
Good.
Well, it's time for Terry's joke. Oh,
Oh, no, we've had it. You're too
I
late.
understand the effects here. Ha ha ha.
Oh,
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
You know-
Right.
you know, Terry, I could be flying an FPV drone by this afternoon because I know my local Best Buy has them in stock.
Oh, he's
Marcus.
tempted.
Marcus, my man. Oh,
It won't
boy.
take you half an hour to charge the batteries
Go
up.
on, just go do it.
You know what will happen? Tomorrow we'll see an instructional manual from Marcus on the DJI FPV drone.
Unboxing a lot.
A 35-minute video.
Oh, go get it.
And it'll be brilliant.
This is Idaho quadcopter flying in manual mode at 86 miles an hour.
I've been studying it actually. What I do, I take up cards, and I've got cards with all the little bits written on it, and crib cards. I'll take that with me and then go through all my settings and everything. And
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
Kim,
that's
yes,
a good idea.
Kim, yes, we did discuss the DJI S2. Is that
Air
right?
2S.
Air 2S, yeah, whatever. So what
Blah,
is it?
blah, blah.
So blah, blah, blah. Yeah, done that. Bought the T-shirt. Yeah, there we are.
it's on its way on Thursday, Kim.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real.
I don't think it's real.
They're not really bringing out. They're joking. It's a late April Fool. See, in China, April Fools they do it in the middle of the month.
Well, yeah, their New Year is 12 months later, isn't it?
Exactly. See, they
Well,
just
we
do an
think
April
that.
Fool. They think, what would you think we're going to bring a new drone out, which is probably FPV drone out? Don't be so greedy.
Yeah.
What I do want to know, though, is when they're going to start categorising drones. That's more important. They've only got 2 years to do it, and, the way years go past and whatever. But what's this for me interesting is Terry flying with a smart controller connected to DJI V2 goggles.
Yeah, well, that will be possible.
Does it work?
Yeah, because you've got an HDMI outlet on the goggles, and you'd go to the HDMI in it on the FPV controller, on the smart controller. So that could be for your second person.
They could view it.
Okay. Right.
You can't control it.
Talking about smart controllers, I read today there's a smart controller coming out for the Autel Evo 2.
Everything we hear about that, it sounds like it's really going to be great. Yeah, it sounds like it's quite a piece of technology. And that, of course, the big complaint about the smart controller for DJI right now is that it's quite dated. The process, it has limited processing power, etc. And supposedly this new Autel one is kind of the latest and greatest technology. 2,000 nits on the screen, which is twice as bright as the DJI.
Yeah. That's only 1,000, isn't it? That's right. But when I'm saying that, I think there is a brighter one though, Marcus, of the crystal sky. I know there's mine's a 1,000, but I think there is actually a brighter one than that.
There's a 1,500, isn't there? I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it's 1,500. Yeah, I can't remember what they call it.
Just come up with a point there that the idea is you need a bright screen. You don't need the goggles. You don't need a bright screen with the goggles.
No, because you're hiding all the light, and you're in
I found it totally immersive to wear the goggles because you're then part of it. You understand?
It's like you're in the drone.
You need
Jackie to use the smart controller. Then you could obviously do that. You could look at the smart controller and control it with the controller. But I like the goggles.
I did actually see someone selling an FPV drone and the controller for £680 without the goggles. Apparently, they only bought it for the goggles. Why would they do that, Marcus?
Because it's a version 2. The goggles are a version 2.
So would they be using them just for like ordinary digital FPV? Because John Coopy bought some DJI version 1s, didn't he?
Yeah, he said good, didn't he?
He did, and I'm just wondering whether that's what he bought, because he just said, this drone is brand new out of the box. I don't need it. I've only bought it for the goggles.
Wow.
Well, the goggles, I think they're $700 to buy them alone.
Right.
Something like that. I don't quote me on that, but I know. And like if you buy the combo, then you're getting the goggles at a really good price.
Links of my 360 Manual Fimi X8.
And John Branningham is talking about the TripTech Pro. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that Triple Tech Pro. It is an Android tablet that is very, very high brightness as well, and it also has, I guess, a pretty good processor on it. So a lot of people are using that to fly their drones with.
I'll tell you, that's not the army one where you can run a tank.
It's ruggedized, yes.
Yeah. It's one I've seen advertised. I didn't know what it was actually called, but I remember reading about this tablet, which sounds like you get this tablet and literally throw it off a cliff and it'd be fine, you know.
Right.
Well, you want to do that, I don't know, but don't do it. Do not throw them out. Yeah, so yeah.
When he's flying in Florida, there that does make sense. Now, Terry, I was thinking though, I would be concerned with the goggles on and just being there by myself, somebody walking up to you or whatever. And I realized you were out kind of in the middle of nowhere the other day, but that would be my concern with the goggles, is not having
tap you on the head and steal them.
Well, even
you on the shoulder and make you jump out your skin.
Well, not even anything nefarious, Jackie, but somebody just like you said, tapping you on the shoulder. I mean, it could be, yeah. Anyway.
No, I totally agree, Marcus, and I wouldn't advocate doing solo when you're flying.
The easiest way around that would be have someone with you. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the answer all the way through.
They are really the rules, and
that's your job, Jackie.
I know.
Your job is to protect
borders
Terry.
are shut.
Your job is to protect Terry.
Just open those borders, and I'm there.
And we're there, aren't we? But
definitely.
you know,
20 minutes away we live. 20 minutes.
When have they spoken about opening then or nothing?
I don't know. There's rumours of 9th of May something's going to happen.
9th of May,
when
yeah.
state of alarm officially ends. So I don't know if that means that's when the borders.
Here's what I know: if Terry was flying that with the goggles on, nobody would mess with Jackie. One look from her,
they'd see Jackie and think, no, right, don't no trouble, Governor.
Looks like trouble.
I know what Jackie would be doing. She'd have a GoPro 9. She'd have another camera out. She'd have a drone up.
Camera on her head.
She's halfway up a mountain, hanging on by one hand like this, trying to film. Come up here.
Every angle covered.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. That's the thing that you just.
We've had some fun though, Jackie, haven't we? Really.
We have. Hope it resumes soon.
Oh, I think it will.
If anyone watching on here, anyone gets a chance to actually get over to the southeast coast of Spain at any time in the near future,
meet up with us.
There are some brilliant people there, and there's some brilliant places to fly. So it comes fully recommend. That includes you, Mr. Crawford.
Absolutely, yes.
We've got to have a 2022 Drone Seekers International meetup.
Yeah, it would be brilliant to do such a thing, and I mean, it's not impossible, but it's just at the moment it's a bit sort of
difficult at the minute, isn't it? With
very difficult
quarantines and.
But it's.
We'll soon get there, won't we?
But let's hope that COVID-19 is not with us.
Gotta have your passport.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've come to the end of another evening.
I've got to go and watch the Masters.
So Jackie's going to watch the Masters. Terry's going to go make a sandwich. And Mark's going to have a sandwich, then go and buy the FPV drone.
You know what I'm going to do? I don't know.
Jackie's going straight to the fridge scene. So on that note, thanks for watching, and come back again soon, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye bye. Oh, hang on. Where are we?
Hang on.
for joining us tonight on the Drone Seekers Sunday Show. It's good night from us until next time. Stay safe and fly safe.